The Momentum Movement. Last month we launched this, you guys. In our very first month, we had 77 launches. We had numerous people, like so many people filled out that Google Docs, so many sales, so many new customers, so many new ambassadors, so much excitement and newness in their business. And so we are doing it again in July, and we're going to do it again in August. August is going to be really exciting because we're all coming home. July, you guys, we're in it right now. So we're kicking it off. Tonight we're doing the training, right? And then we're doing an opportunity Zoom on Thursday, so live on YouTube. All the assets I'll show you have been loaded, so they're all there. So I'll make sure that you guys see that. And then again, the 13th to the 20th is launch week, where when you list your launch, which is one document, you fill out the form after you're done, you're going to be in the prize drawing. Okay, so action steps. We all, and you guys, even if your launch is before those dates or after those dates, go list it. Go put it in there because we're tracking everything. And I don't want to like have a spoiler alert, but part of one of the things that we get to talk about in Nashville is how we did this as a team and how we blew it up. And we're kind of like bringing that to the whole company. So, you guys, I want you all to do me a favor and list your launch, okay? So this is a relaunch. This is you're launching someone else. This is, I'm just going to do a lunch and learn Zoom. Whatever that is, whatever your event looks like, you need to go list it so that we can track it and so that I can show Roger our results. And then basically, so you're going to fill that out. That's step one. Step two, you're going to host your event or co-host your event. Step three, you then go in. This is all in boards. Step three, you then go out and fill out the form and you get points for all the different things that you do. And then I'm going to do some random draws again, and we're going to have some prize winners. So I think I picked 6 prizes and they've all got their prizes and they're all excited. And fun fact, all of these people, like it's been really cool for us to go and look at who's doing these launches, you guys, because the ones that are doing the launches are the ones that are promoting new directors. The ones that are doing launches are the ones that are getting more star clubs. The ones that are doing, and when I say launch, I mean event, that are doing it are having new business. So this is what you need to do to get that new business. If you feel like you're like, oh, I'm a little bit stuck, go do it. Go do it, go do it, go do it. Okay, you guys? So you are going to post it. So the first thing you're going to do is list your launch. Again, whether it's in launch week, which is next week or after, or before, list it. Step two, host it. Then go fill this out so you get in the prizes and so that I can show Roger what we're doing. All right. And at all times, please go into Impact Collective and put your photos in there because it's just been so great. And also, I'm going to use some of those photos. So you're going to want to make sure you get your photos in there. Okay, so all of that is in boards. So if you went to boards right now, today, and you went to what's happening this month, the Momentum Movement, all the things I just talked about is in here, including all the different Google Docs and all the things that you need. And then the live opportunity event that is Thursday is in there in a separate folder. In there, you're going to find invite scripts so that you just have to send it out. You're going to find graphics and you're going to find an opportunity story flow. There's like 7 options. So I did my own story today, and you guys, I made a final tile and I put it in there for everyone, but I did my own story that is truly my own story. It talks about like why I started this with my boys and what I love about it and what gets me out of bed in the morning. You can go take a look if you need an idea. And then my final tile talks about what we have for July and how great it is because there's free gift. There's all these different things. So that is all in this folder. And I made a pretty story tile for all of us to use that shows the free gifts and it shows those amazing playbooks.
Remember I was like right at them because
Thank you. And it shows the playbooks that Andrea made too. So that's the final tile. So you're going to go build your own story flow or take one of the ones from here and then you can use that final tile where it says like what is on the table for July. All right. So remember, if you, again, you guys, I'll just say this, like I'm hosting the event and I invite my face off because if I don't ever expose people to this amazing opportunity that we have, I'm not going to build my business. So set yourself a goal. What is your goal? How many people do you want to attend that? Do you want 10? Do you want 2? Because if you want 2, you're going to have to probably invite 20, right? And also remember, every single invite that you hand out, that you invite someone, even if they can't attend, that's an opportunity for that follow-up, right? So last month I had one on live, but I sent out the replay to like 5 people. And I got 2 ambassadors last month. Funny how that works, right? The more conversations, the more opportunities, the more exposures, the more chances that we have to have someone want to do this with us. Okay, so those are the big things that are going on. So again, we've got the Momentum Movement and Launch Week. So we've got a team event and we've got our own personal events. And now let's flip to promos. So we have, I'm going to call them join offers, okay? And again, where are they? They're in boards. What's happening this month? Join offers. So in the US and Canada are the same, which is so easy this month, but they are with new business. Okay, you guys. Now, sometimes you can look at that and go, oh, I want it for existing customers. Guess what, you guys? I put it in Telegram. This is all about new. Our existing customers I'm going to talk about in a second because I got some good stuff for them, but this is for new business because if you are not bringing new business into your business and new volume into your business, you're not going to grow. So I have what I call a launch offer because that's more geared towards someone who maybe wants to start a business. So if I'm talking business, I'm going to send them this graphic. If I'm talking customer, I'm giving them, it's the first order gift with purchase bonus. So we've made those really pretty. So we've got US, we've got Canada. So they're a little bit different, but you see what I've done? Like it's just about the language. It's just slightly different. Launch offer, what does that mean? That's to launch your business. First order gift with purchase is a gift with purchase. And then Australia, New Zealand, you've got a purchase with purchase. So they can spend 200 and they get the Phytos or the Nourish Body Lotion. So we've done those as well. Now you might be like, oh, I want existing, right? So I want to talk a little bit. That's kind of the next segment, you guys. This is where I really want to dial in. So last month in Canada, Ginger, actually, our sales rep here, had made this really pretty, only like the last 2 days of the month, this set sheet almost with all the offers in the month. And I saw it and I was like, why have I never done this? Why have I never done this? And why don't I do it every month? So guess what? I did it. I'm going to post it. I'll put it in boards for you all. But this is now sometimes when yeah, thank you. Aren't they beautiful? Thank you. Thank you. Sometimes in our business, when we only see new offers, we forget what we have on the table for existing. And so I want to talk a little bit about that. Okay. So the first thing is everything in life, everything in your business is how you promote it. So if I was to be like, so a customer says, hey, Jen, what are the deals this month? I'm like, oh, sorry, it's just for new customers. They're going to be like, oh, okay. However, if I'm like, oh, I'm so excited you asked. And guess what? I don't wait for them to ask me. I'm sending this to them. I've made 2 little product offering sheets, one for the US and one for Canada, with some of our offers that are on right now that you find when you start going into sections like the special savings or the BOGO. So let's start with US. At the top, I don't know if you guys know this, but in the US, you guys still have 20% off that protein reset kit. So whenever I do a promo, you're going to always see the savings is always highlighted because people want to know how much money they're saving. And I talk a little bit about it. And then my favorite thing to sell right now is the cellular reset. Guess what, guys? It's always on sale. It's always on sale because it's a bundle. It is always on sale. So every month, that is a product I need to talk about. I talk about pina colada because it's limited. Then in the US, because you guys have BOGO Curb, I really focused on that because it's such a great deal. And then we talk about the youth restoring eye treatment. Again, this was Ginger. I was like, I forgot all about that product, that they get it when they buy the skincare sets, you guys. It's always a promo. So if you ever feel like I don't have a promo, you can always create your own promo by making something like this. And again, I'll put these in Telegram after, or you can utilize some of this and add them to the bundles, right? So Victoria Bishop is on here. She made a cute little graphic where she took our 2-pack of Life that is Lisa shared last week about where all of the team graphics for bundles are. So customer resources, bundles, good, better, best. So Vic took the 2-pack of BioCell Life Plus because that's what she talks about all the time. And then she literally stuck on 2 boxes of Curb and she created her own promo where basically is like when you buy 2 bottles of BioCell and a Curb, you're getting a free Curb. So that's her promo this month. And I was like, brilliant. right? I might decide that the cellular reset is my promo this month, or I might lean hard into the snack bars because they're delicious, right? So Canada, we have slightly different things. These ones are like while supplies last, right? And both countries, we have a lot of Modere essentials that are on BOGO. So you can always create your own promo with this, you guys. So now, as every month moving forward, thank you, Ginger, for like this brilliant idea. I was like, why haven't I done this? So every month I'm going to create something like this and I send it out to my clients when I'm talking about their loyalty order. Okay. So I basically every month I send a whole new message where I talk about what the deals are, what the specials are, what's new and exciting, what to focus on, la 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 la. And I'm sending this now as my follow up. And this is also when someone's like, hey, Jen, what are the deals this month? Boom, boom. Or I might create a promo where I'm like, buy the cellular reset and the body firming foam for summer, and you get a free body firming foam in Canada, right? Because we have it on there. So again, at any time you can utilize what we have and create your own promo. You're never, stuck. You are the CEO in your own business, you guys, and what you focus on and what you talk about will sell. So the other thing that I wanted to share, which I'm going to switch gears here now, is about follow-up. So when we have like exciting, like last month, it was nuts. I didn't have a lot of time to like really dive into my existing customer pod because I was trying to get my third star, right? I was like all over the place. So in months like this, we know, okay, actually, you might not know this. Tell me if I'm going to talk about Christmas in July shortly, but Christmas in July is our big, big, big focus this month. It is going to be a huge week for you all. I just need you to hear this from me. So until this time, we're doing our launch, we're doing our opportunity event. But now is when you want to be really following up and really diving into your existing customer pod, okay? Because guess what, you guys? A lot of your customers are buying and they're buying the same thing that they've always bought, but they have no idea what else you have to offer, okay? So this is just a stat about like traditional follow-up. So last month at the end of the month, I really wanted to get my third star. It took me a long time to get my first star, and then the floodgates opened. And then I needed 4 to get that third star. And Sam and I were like back and forth because she was working on it too. And I literally messaged, I bet you 100 people follow up of people like, and no lie, 100 people. I worked so hard to get those customers. And I did get my 4 orders. Okay. But 100 and I got 4. And most of these people, it was at least the 5th follow up. Some were like years of follow ups, right? So, what I want you to make sure is that through these kind of like times in the business where it's not like super chaotic busy, get your follow up in, get your systems in place, okay? Where it's laid out and you know. So, again, my messaging is always the same and I have it in my boards, so I don't have to think about it, right? I do it once, I save it in my boards, and then I keep messaging it out. So now what I want to talk about is this is something that Dory, I hope I'm okay to share. So I'm going to share a little bit about Dory. You guys all know Dory Co is. She crushes it every month. She sold over $15,000 this month, like literally in her sleep. Her retention, you guys, we did a mentor call the other day. Her retention is insane. I think it's like over 80% in her whole organization, which is actually pure insanity. But her personal business, like they're all on loyalty, but she's a big BioCell seller. So I was like, and Dory wants to like get to the next level. So we are having this conversation and I was like, hey, you crush it on new business all the time. You crush it on like your retention is like create like the best, you guys. Her retention points for the Q2 incentive, she had 117 or 120 retention points. It's the highest I've seen. It was insane. So my point is she's dialed in the new business, she's dialed in retention. There are 3 levers in your business that you can like pull on that can create growth. So retention, right? Keeping the people, new business, increasing order size. So this is what we started having the conversation. And I was like, okay, so again, she sells a ton of 2 packs of BioSteel. I'm like, Dory, what if your focus this month was just even, and she had 80, I think 80 customers last month on BioCell. I was like, what if a quarter of them you could upgrade them into the cellular reset package? What if just again your focus was, and I'm gonna why I'm also having this conversation with her is this is what I did. This is what I did in my own business in February. I was like, oh, they've already said yes to you. You already have their trust. They like, you are an expert to them. So I said, what if you went in and really started having conversations with those existing customers that are buying 2 packs of BioCell and talked about the benefits of Vivix and what that would do? And we did the math. And I was like, if 1/4 of your pod upgraded from BioCell to the cellular reset, that was 1,000 points in her PTV. 1,000 points in her PTV, you guys. Can I say it again? 1,000 points in her PTV. So when there are times in our business where, again, there might not be this like big, exciting, crazy promo like last year, what could you do with your existing customers? And when you look at these new bundles that the corporate has created for us, right? The cellular reset, the BioAge, and I will say this too, do not make assumptions or make buying decisions for your customers. Your job is to educate and to show them why they want this. And if you do a really good job, they're probably going to try it. And those bundles, like again, it's only like it's like a bottle of Vivix is $100. The bundles don't cost you $100 more. It's way less. So I was like, don't like think about like how I can sell more to everyone. What if you were to focus on one little area of your business? So she has 80, again, her retention was insane. And I was like, if one little tweak, now imagine if half of those customers upgraded and they continue, like they stay upgraded, right? Now let's think of us on a leadership scale. What if now then she turns around and starts training that through her team and everyone starts doing this? So, what I want to say to you all is my challenge to you is to go in your pod and start looking. So, what are you looking for? Again, when we're like selling, some of the key things when I messages or language that I listen for is like inflammation. Someone's like, I'm puffy, I'm inflamed, my body hurts, my weight, I'm unhappy with my weight, I'm unhappy with my sleep. I don't sleep, my skin looks like crap, my energy sucks. Like those are all of the things that we can help people with our products, right? And I'm guessing you might have a client who's struggling, let's say, with inflammation. And so you're like, BioCell, because you're really good and you know BioCell. But have you talked to them about other things that we have for inflammation? Could you increase that average order size? Because again, it is the not the easiest, that's not the right word. It is the most achievable lever that you could pull in your business right now, you guys. And when you do that, you also are growing your retention at the same time, right? Who again, and we all know our customers. Have you had that conversation lately with them? So like think about this and listen for these words and go back through your notes. Like what am I dealing with? What did they start with me? Did they start with me for skin? Are they on BioCell? Are they only buying skincare? Now's the time to have that conversation. So my challenge this month, I want y'all to screenshot this, is like I'm calling it the order size challenge. And I want you, and I put 10, but you guys, like you big pod people, you need to do more. Just saying. Dory's not just doing 10. She had 80 customers. She's like, got a big list. But I want you to look at your customers and what are they ordering right now, but what problems haven't you solved yet? And think about the conversation. And again, you guys, it's that good, better, best. All you're doing is educating, solving a problem, offering 3 options, and then they're going to self-select. But if you never, ever, ever have the conversation, if you never, ever, again, and I think about this, and this is what made me start doing this in, I think it was March maybe, where I was like, oh, I feel like I'm doing my BioCell customers a disservice by not talking to them about Vivix. Because you guys, I love BioCell. I will sell that all day long. But I felt like I wasn't doing a good enough job and like the missing piece, the cellular piece, right? I was like, if I'm truly here to help them, I'm doing them a disservice by not talking about Vivix and not exposing them. So guess what happens when you choose to focus on something? Do you know how many more cellular resets I'm selling now than I was in February? Way more. Way more, you guys. But it was a choice. And all of my email campaigns, I educated around it. My project broadcast, I educated around it. My one-on-one conversations was like, you struggle with XYZ. This is why I think that you might want to consider this. Give it 90 days. So I've been upgrading. I've been upgrading. So imagine when you're thinking about your business, and again, you're only looking at your customer pod right now, right? But like your team is another thing, but you're looking at your customer pod and you think about, I've got these customers who buy these same things all the time. And like sometimes I'll see orders come through and I'm like, oh my God, they're buying snack bars and I don't know, like something else that is good. But I'm like, oh, they're not even on Bioseller Vivix yet. And that's my like sign is I need to start reaching out and having these conversations. So what are your people ordering? And start going through and making notes. This is such a great time to do this, you guys, because we don't have this like craziness. And then guess what's going to happen is we're going to have Christmas in July and then it's going to be crazy. But by then you've started having these conversations and people are open to it. So what problems haven't you solved and where is that bundle conversation waiting to happen? So how can you increase your PTV by 1,000 points? Just like Dory did, right? Poor Dory. She's like, now there's pressure. But you guys, it was such a great conversation because I was like, you crush it on Star. She crushes her stars, you guys. She's like amazing. And that was the only thing though that I was like, that's the third lever. You've got the new business, you've got retention, probably the best on our team. But if you could grow those existing orders to larger orders, that's the third way you can increase your volume. And then you turn around and you do the same with your team, right? So we lock it in first, we do it first, and then we can turn around and train it. Okay. So this is my challenge this week. So I want to give you kind of like the flow of the month, right? Because it's the beginning of the month. So we just launched all the cool things today. It's so exciting. Everyone wants that cute bag. How are you going to earn that bag? Guess what? Retention. That's how you're going to earn that bag. New customers. That's how you're going to earn that bag. You need to have your path, right? And at the same time you're doing all of that, you're getting points for your VIP trip. But you have a little window of time because we've got the event on Thursday and we've got your launch next week, okay? But the rest of this week, besides promoting the opportunity event, this is your challenge where you're going to go into your pod and start making some notes. And I want feedback on this, you guys. I want to hear about it. Like go and put it in the impact when you're like, you know what? I did exactly what you said. She just added to her order, right? Like how cool is that? And then guess what also is going to happen through all of this time? You're going to be in so many more conversations. Because if you don't have these conversations, you're just, right? You're not having any conversations. And then we're launching this beautiful little thing called Christmas in July. Now, if you were here last year for Christmas in July, pop it in the chat. I think this is my 10th. I wish I could go back, but I think it's the 10th. It might be longer. And so it's something we've done always as a team. And last year we launched it here and we launched it the way we'd always done it in the past because that always worked. But our team was like exponentially larger and it was like chaotic. It was fun and chaotic and people want all sorts of stuff. And then in November, we learned a new way of how to do these events. So in November, who is here for our like Black Friday event? And we went kind of like more live on YouTube with like a QVC style where there was presenters and they had a secret letter and everyone had to keep track of the secret letter. And then the people watching had to stay on live until the end and win prizes. And we were literally giving out thousands of dollars of prizes. So we had our helpers, our elves, who were like the, kind of like the Vannas who were just chit-chatting and stuff. And then every like couple minutes I'd throw up a prize on the banner and they'd be like, oh my God, Mary from wherever, Mary won the Beast Blender. And Mary had to claim it. Mary had to claim it that night to get the prize. So you guys, we are doing this again. And I will tell you, I'm going to say it. If you are not here, you need to just trust me on this. This will blow up your business. This will be the biggest thing of your business because last July it was massive for us and it was way more chaotic and we didn't really know what we were doing as much. Thank thank you to our elves who helped us. This year, you guys, we've got it dialed. So we're lining up our speakers, we're lining up our helpers, we're lining up everything, but I want you all to mark off July 22nd, 5 p.m. Pacific, okay? And I want you to put that in your calendar because that is when the event is going to happen. And remember, we give out thousands of dollars of prizes live, but then we also keep the event open until the 24 hours later and we leverage the replay. The music, okay, Andrea, we realized Andrea had this new skill that none of us knew, which kind of amazes me because she's got many, but she also is very good at movie production. So it was like this beautiful movie. It was insane, you guys. So we have it all dialed in. So July 22nd, we are doing Christmas in July where we give out thousands of dollars in prizes. How do I participate, you ask? Well, guess what? You all can participate. The next slide is going to have more, and I'm going to put all the info in Telegram. We're doing a couple things differently this year. So how do you participate? It's a pay to play. You guys, you have to give $25 in your currency. I'm going to show you where next. And that opens up everything. So I'm going to actually do Project Broadcast this year, where once you've paid, you get all of the info through Project Broadcast. And only your people, if you've paid, because again, remember, these prizes just don't fall out of the sky. It's from all of us contributing that we're able to buy the prizes and give away thousands of dollars. But once you pay, that all goes into the prizes. We pick really cool prizes. Like there were Beast Blenders, there were ninjas, there were like vibrating plates, there were red light masks, there were Apple, like you name, there were so many prizes. And we give them out live, okay? So we're gonna give all of that out. Now, you're like, well, why will people, well, like, what's that gonna do for my business? What that does for your business is guess what? People like winning things. People love winning things. And people who may never have listened to you before or been on an event before or attended your launch, or maybe they're really good customers, but they like to win things and might want to tell people about that and invite them. You are able to invite them and you get skilled presenters, the best on our team who are going to present about the products. So as they're listening, they're learning about the products and they get points. They get all sorts of points for all sorts of different things. So they get points for just getting the secret word. They can do it like that, but they also get multiple points and more points for purchases, you guys. So again, how do you get in? Number one, you have to pay. And next slide is going to tell you how you do that. Oh, these are our rules. And more things are coming. So eligible. This is for customers and guests. This is not like who's on here. Marcy, great job today on the kickoff call. She crushed it, you guys. I always love when our team crushes it. But Marcy is not eligible to win a prize. I'm sorry. Right? Neither is her husband or her son. Right, you guys? So this is not for your family. This isn't like, oh, my mom's on there and she's gonna win. Nah. Okay, no, we won't let you. You have to be 18 or older, and it is in North America. I'm so sorry, Australia, the time just never works, but I encourage you guys to maybe think about your own as well. And you can always use any of our assets. So, participation requirements, once you pay, you're going to get all of the info texted to you. You're going to get the invites, you're going to get the scripts, you're going to get what we're giving away, you're going to get the time. You're literally, it's like the business is done for you. You have to open your phone, open the text, copy it, and start sending it, okay? So everything is done for you, you guys. Now, where do you pay? So again, 25 bucks in your currency. So if you live in Canada, you send 25 Canadian. If you live in the US, it's 25 US. So in details, it will be July 22nd at 5 o'clock Pacific. It's going to be on YouTube. And again, that same thing that we did before where we do live giveaways. And if your person is not on live, we redraw. So basically I announce it, we put their banner up, and if I don't get an email from them within like 10 minutes, we redraw. So it keeps people on live, which is exciting. So you get access by paying your $25 to the prize pool. all the money goes for prizes. And how you send it, I will put this also in boards so that you can. So $25 you can send to Wayne. There's his info. Penny, thank you, Penny Jones for Canada. You can email transfer to Penny. Now, I need your phone number. Can someone put this in the comments? I need your phone number. If you just send an email transfer and you like, there's no, because guess what? You all have weird emails. So it'll be like $25 came from like Fancy and Fran in wherever at hotmail.com. We have no idea who that is. So if you send us money, you have to tell us your phone number and who you are, because you all have weird emails from like years ago. And if we don't get that, we don't know who sent the money, okay? So there's always a note. In Canada, we send an email transfer. There's this big, beautiful note that we need the phone number. Can someone put that again? Because I'm going to text you. So if you don't give me your phone number, I can't text you all the good stuff, right? If you don't give me your name, I don't know who you are to text you all the good stuff. And we don't know who you are when we're drawing prizes and maybe your person. So let's say I'll use Chris as an example. Chris sends money, but Chris doesn't give me her phone number and doesn't tell me who it's from. So it's from her old email from 20 years ago that's like her dog's name. And we're like, okay, we got 25 bucks, but we have no idea who it is. And then Chris does all of this work and gets people on there. And her person wins. Because guess what happens when someone wins? Andrea, in her like doing everything else, goes and she checks the form that our girls that collect money have filled out. And she's like, she sees that person, but there's no paid ambassador attached to her. It's like a dog's name. We don't know who it is. Or a phone number. So Chris's person can't win. And how sad is that? Right, you guys? And your dogs can't win. So you need to put your name and your phone number in the notes section, you guys. You can start sending money right now. The cutoff will be Monday the 20th, though. And remember, you don't get the access and all the tools until we get your money. There's both, you guys, there's PayPal on here. Look, read the thing. PayPal and Venmo are both on there. Canada only email transfer because it's just easier. And we don't have all those things. But again, you don't get the access, you don't get the invites, you don't get the scripts, you don't get all the things or the link or anything until you've paid. So if you wait until Monday night, you have a day to invite people. And like Michelle said in the comments, now, like I already have sent out in my project broadcast this month when I told them about the specials, I already give them a heads up that it's coming. So send your money now so that you get all the access. Okay, you guys? Because we're building it all up. All right. Who's excited? And I just want to say this, you guys. If you're new, you're probably like, I have no idea what she's talking about, why I want to do this. Just trust me on this. That week is going to be the biggest week of this month. And I'm guessing that it's going to be like probably our biggest month this year. I feel like we're going to crush June because we have all these launches already in there. We've got an opportunity event. We had all those launches last month. So we have this momentum in our business. So when you do a big event like this, ding, 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 keep a list. We're also asking for some of our amazing senior execs, and like Michelle Ferguson, I might actually ask you, for people who've done these a lot and who are really skilled at it, if you would host a working power hour. So I've got a Google Doc, senior execs, no one's filled it out yet. I'm just going to put that out there that you're hurting my heart right now because no one's filled it out. But I would love for you guys to volunteer your time to host a working power hour so you could help all these people in the chat. And you just have to do one. You just have to do one power hour. And you can help all of these people in the chat and we will help you guys with all the details. Like, trust me, all you have to do as a new ambassador is pay your 25 bucks and we will help you every step of the way. Okay, drum roll. Yay, thanks, Jen. Thanks, Michelle. I'll send it to you after.